Let's do it. Why not? Let's do it. Okay. So I got trial version of the software. Let's see what we could do with this. This is an impromptu show, so I'm guessing we're not going to catch anybody for a while. If you don't know me, if you caught this because you're a home designer user and you thought you might check this out, comparing Chief Architect Premier to the home designer, what's available core catalogs? Yeah. I am a Chief Architect Premier technician. I am in a top tier class of power users. I take the advanced 2 classes at Chief Architect's home base in Idaho, and I'm well known for the Premier line. No one knows me for the home designer line, and that's okay. But I thought that I'd come in here and just see what I could do with the home designer line mainly because I heard that you can do macros in this, that's wild to me. Because if you can do macros, you can do a lot in the home designer line. That makes that just an incredibly more powerful software if you utilize macros within this software. I'll show you what I mean. Well, first of all, let me see if you've got, all right, CAD text. What do we got? Okay, so you don't have the macro management console in the home designer line, and you don't have the Ruby console. So how do you do macros? So that might just be a wives' tale. Let's just check it out. Let's open up one of these, and oh man, I'm going to need my hotkeys. This is going to be real challenging otherwise. Let's just throw this in the label, specify the label, and let's just try width in the label. Okay, so you do have macros. Interesting. Let's see how advanced of a macro you can do. Let's go. Let's just go a little type 0 %B, and then yeah, you could do width. Let's just go round, and then round. Let's go to round to float, and to float round. If you don't know macros, that's okay. Not a requirement. See what I can do being someone that really knows what I'm doing in this software, to the extent that I know what the Premiere line is capable of. Look at that. So you can get a dynamic base label right off the bat if we're turning on labels, where do you do that? You don't have an Aldo. Quick way to get into this kind of stuff, hopefully customized toolbars. Let's see, active. We don't have active layer display options. Display, what do we have for options? Display setting tools. Interesting. Okay. What's this? All right, so we got here. This is our layer display options. Okay. So we want cabinets and then labels turned on. Let's just take a look at this. So now we have a dynamic label. Oh, I need my hotkeys big time. Right? That's dynamic label. Bam. And actually we put in height. We should have just put in, we should have put in depth instead. Right? Now you got a dynamic base cabinet label. Cool. How do we do hotkeys? Can we get to Alt Tools? Okay. Oh, there is no hotkey. Wait a minute. Alt create hotkey list, but there's no keys. Okay. All right. I'm learning what you got here. That's okay. This is going to be a frustrating exercise, probably for me, because we're going to be severely limited in what we can do and what we can't do. I also see we don't have any active displays, and it doesn't look like we have. All right, let's search a couple things. Do we have edit active view? No. Okay. So we got no saved plan views. Okay. And so we've got, that's interesting. Do you have a ray trace? You're not going to find it here, but Let's see, do we have a PBR physically based? Okay, so you do. All right. And we have no dimension defaults, but we have auto interior dimensions. I wonder if I can import my toolbars. That's probably a quick swap. And let me see if I can mess around with hotkeys. I'm gonna maybe do this off on the side real quick. Bear with me, and I'll chat through some things. The other thing I want to do is I have a template plan, and we'll open it up and see if we can utilize the template plan from Chief Architect Premier into the home designer line. Because if we can, now we've got a product that's really going to kick butt. So hold please. I'm going to be off on the side. You can certainly type some comments if you got questions. Again, I'm a technician in Chief Architect Premier, and so I'm used to this software, which is an extensive, like full version, full capacity. It's got everything under the sun, does everything. I can build a construction document in just a matter of minutes in this software. So, all right, I'm on the side page here, and we're going to open up hotkeys. And so this should be in, if you didn't know where this lived, by the way, if you're on a PC, this should be just a C drive, and then program files, and then Chief Architect, program files, regular, and then Chief, and then there it is, our home designer line, and we should get to hotkeys, and we should get to, user hotkeys XML, and always make a copy. And so I'll get this, and I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to open up my version of my hotkeys on the other side. Now, this is not going to be a supported way of doing this. That's why I'm not showing it, but I am hard coding in my hotkeys, just hopefully by dragging and dropping. It looks like it's the same code. I didn't say that. Okay, we're going to try this and see if we don't run an error. And while we're at it, I'm going to do, if you didn't know where toolbars lived, that's going to be in, if you're on a PC, that's going to be in documents. Otherwise, you can get, if you're on a Mac, go to your, the Mac icon on the top left-hand corner. That gets you to preferences. And preferences, you should be able to get to folders. Within folders, you can show all folders, or show folders in Finder versus show folders in Explorer. Anyways, this is going to be back into Home Designer Pro data, and then toolbars, and then I'm just going to drag and drop my toolbars from my Premiere line, and I might need to do a little bit of editing in a notepad real quick. So bear with me. Got a couple viewers. Cool. Thanks for joining. We're going to probably do a bit of a dive here. I'll probably be on for like an hour messing around with this, just seeing what we can get away with. So I'm going to export a template that is a little bit pared down. It's an older version of my Pro template. And now I've got toolbars loaded. All right. So let's see what we got now. We're gonna do this. This is my test plan. Create a professional version. Yes. Okay. And I want to get into some preferences first too. I want to make this look like what I like. So I don't like contextual menus. If you're unfamiliar with all this, just stick around. These are just all my top preferences. I don't like the child tool palette. I like the drop down menu. Button size is 25. That's just so you guys can see it, honestly. I don't care about docking. Colors I care about. I want to do a selection line, maybe some kind of hot pink, and a selection fill, also hot pink, but I'm going to set this opacity to 10% maybe. And then handle fill, I like a teal. This guy I'll do a black. This is fine. And then let's get into library browser. This should all be pretty straightforward. Text specification. Now this is interesting. It doesn't give us some additional options that are typically here, but I don't like this as an enter key because I'm usually using tab or enter to create, to do accurate movement. And then I don't care about the dashboard. I don't care about that at all. This might be helpful if we're going to create I'm thinking we're going to create a template for designers. So measure windows from inside a frame in this case. So a remodel workflow instead of a new construction. Use file locking, yes. I do not want to do copy externally referenced material files to folders. Okay, I'll mess with folders later. Oh, this is interesting. You don't get to pick a new plan. How bizarre. Use this folder. Use the last folder. How strange. Okay, so you don't get to pick your template plan. That's annoying. Opening indicators point to hinge side. Sure. Connect CAD segments. Yes. Enter edit menu. Edit handle size. I like a bigger edit handle, maybe like 8. Tolerance is good. Definitely want to show start and end indicators. Okay. Definitely want to select contain objects as your primary mode of selection. If you're new to this software, that's going to make a huge difference for you as you learn this software, especially once you start learning tool restrictive selections, which I'll show everybody in case they want to know if they're a home designer person. They don't know that stuff. I'll show a bunch of tips and tricks as we're messing around here. Concentric jump. Don't care about a jump property. I mean, we could set this to 3 if we're jumping it to concentric. That helps. Indicator size, indicator snap distance, maximum bust distance. I like this to be black. It's just, oh, that's interesting. You don't get a primary and secondary indicator color. You're only getting primaries, and you're missing a lot of snaps. Huh. Why would they take that away from you? That's funny. All right, whatever. Okay, render, hardware edge smoothing, high, rotate by camera. Yep. Let's just make sure we got 4090s on there. All right. Okay. Cool. Now let's see if I got. There it is. My tool. There's my toolbar. Bam. Cool. I did manage to install part of my catalogs, and I know that there were some error messages, but whatever. So some of this stuff should just work. And then this is my template plan. So I knew a couple things. I knew that you didn't have schedules. And how do you do anything without schedules? I don't know. So I'm trying something here, is that I know you can do these are just cross sections. So I know that you can do elevations. So I was wondering if you could do a schedule. Oh, weird, but you can't select it. Okay, so you can't edit it. But I mean, is it functioning? If it's functioning, who cares? And then the other thing is everything I have in my Premiere template is macro driven. So this label has, oh, no way, it's functioning. Okay, so a couple things here. We need to be able to change the window label font. So I should be able to get into text styles here. And then my window label font. Do I have label font? I don't. Interesting. Did it remove? Oh no, default label style. Arrow custom, perhaps custom SS. That should be the font for this window, and it's not because the superscript is not full height. So that's kind of funny. So let me see what I could do about that. So you guys have to go to object properties, which I don't have on my toolbars. So I don't even know where that lives. Probably in tools, display options. So we're going to get into window labels, half-inch text style. So I need to edit my half-inch text style to be a superscript. that I have that's custom. Okay, now we have a full height superscript. Check that out. Isn't that cool? So I got to label a full height superscript, and it will stack like this. And then do you have energy values? No, we don't. Okay, so I'd have to rewrite this macro. Right now, energy values are what drive whether or not this is an existing window to be removed or not. All right, so here's the big one. Can I utilize one of my macro tools to automatically label? It's working. All right, we'll see how far this works. Oh, you guys don't have a okay, so typically we have a diamond around this, and we get to pull that diamond, and it pulls an arrow like this, which is gonna be how I drive this macro. Look at that. So typically I'm gonna write this on like Chief knows when you've got a cabinet next to a cabinet that it's got one side that's auto finished, but as soon as this becomes, no longer, it's in between a cabinet run, it's no longer finished on one side like this one is, right? So this is a conditional check. Let's see how far we can go with this guy. So this should go area of work outside here, and it works. Okay, funny. Let's try this arrow again. I'm using an alternate method to bend this arrow. New window per schedule. Cool. Let's see if it works on a staircase. This is fun. I feel like I'm hacking this software. It's kind of fun. Oh, I put my hotkeys in. Does this work? No, it doesn't. Hotkey doesn't work to flip. I don't think it worked. Oh, maybe, we could check. Hold on. Oh, it does work. Hotkeys work. Okay. So you can change hotkeys. I'm not telling you how. And then let's see, does this do anything with stairs? No way, that works. Cool, no errors. Yeah, I'm gonna sell a version of my templates to Home Designer because this is crazy. And this is giving you a lot of capabilities here. Okay, so let's kind of showcase some of the fun things. So it looks like, how do you switch save plan views? You can't. So you only get one saved plan view. That's it. New plan view. What does that mean? Can you change layer sets? You can't change layer sets. Layer sets, let's see. Layer set. Oh no. So you only get one plan view. Okay. Well, this is a good one to have. This is my kitchen and bath plan view. But you're not going to get electrical in this, so you'd have to turn on electrical for this. Funny. Can we do mnemonic keys? Can we build a new floor? Alt B, enter, enter, enter. Yeah, you sure can. And I should be able to jump down a floor and open the floor up. And we got, check that out. Cool. Oh, my ceiling height macro is working. Hold on. You don't have regular text. Really? You only have rich text. Okay. Okay. Let's try. Okay. Ceiling height Rob. And what are we going to do? Room.name. And let's make this, we're on a 1/2 inch scale view. So we'll make this 4 in bold. And this will be 2. And let's center it. And now we got a room label that's dynamic. So that if you open this up and call it a bath, that, yep, it formats. Cool. So no errors on that. So then if we see if my radial menus work now. That works too. Cool. Oh, whoa. You don't have continuous draw mode. Not even with the alt? Oh, no way. Okay. So you have to draw at every wall. There's no continuous drawing. In Premiere, we can just right click and it will let us draw out until we're done drawing. So a little different there. All right, that formatted correctly. Cool. Interesting. Should be able to take that and throw that in there and kick off these labels and get a little more dynamic labels. Neat. Let's just change this back to kitchen. And that updated this rows. Cool. So let's draw out a little. Let's see. What do we have here? Does this work? Yeah, it does. Does this work? Yeah, it does. Point to point works. Cool. Oh, I got an error macro. No, that still works. Oh, that's not working. That's okay. Let's just copy, paste, reflect. Yeah, that works. Cool. Let's throw. Is this link? Nope. Let's try it. I am having too much fun with this. Dude, this is pretty capable. I mean, I could draw a kitchen like this, no problem, right? My question is, well, so we had schedules. That would have been the big one for me. Like, how do you not have a schedule working on this, right? So let's throw a little kitchen together. I think I have, nope, this one. Okay, that worked. Let's kick that. Oh no, that's the big problem. Is there no tab input? Enter, tab input, enter? No. Oh, that's rough. So you guys got to do move. That's so tough. That's lame. Okay. Do we have center between? Do we have center between? No, you don't have center between. Okay. Well, that's whatever. You deal without that. It's not the worst thing in the world. Let's pull in a little elevation. This is the same glitch I have on mine. Can I do Alt Fill W? I mean Alt W Fill? I can. Z, zoom, cool. Let's go dimensions. Look at that. My dimension defaults work. And then you can't tab this down, so I gotta remember my hotkey for this. Alt Shift K. That's a weird one. It's too hard to hit. So that is this guy right here. Right? No, I don't have it. It's such a bummer. You got to go in and hard script a hotkey if you need it. Okay, so I'm going to say this is negative 12. Wait a minute. Oops. Relative to itself, negative 12. Okay, there it goes. End to end work the way I want it to. Yep. Oh, I wonder if I could set my snap units. Here you go. Watch this. We'll set it to 12. I don't want to see that stupid grid though. So here's my end to end. Yeah, there you go. Now you could do an offset like that. That's cool. So all you would do here, let's go backwards, is manual dimension tool, but snap it right to the base. And then you should be able to just snap 12 inches. Bam. And then end to end, same thing. Snap right to the base and pop this down twice or 3 times. Sweet. And then you can do an end to end from the whole run. Does this fall in? Yeah, because you could snap there and then do 3 snaps down. Cool. Throw a little center line on your appliance. Right. Oh, they don't have a center line. That's funny. Um, yeah, no tab input. That would be a real tough thing to get over. You know, that'd be real tough. I could do it if I never knew any better, but that'd be a tough one to get over for sure. I mean, this works. So you're just not using tab. You're constantly just setting your distance. I mean, that's I don't know. You could use a combination of that and concentric jump for like precision movements, or just get used to doing transform replicate. I'd have to have that on a hotkey that works real well, right? I mean, so this is me building out this that works. Sure, save the camera. Sure, okay, fine. All right, so here's the big test: does the cabinet schedule updated? No way, it is. So I just got to turn the drawing sheet off. There you go. You got schedules in Home Designer. Man, I'm gonna try to sell this, and then Chief's gonna be like, "That freaking rabbit." Now I gotta go remove the function because this makes this software a lot more powerful when you start getting schedules in here. I can't believe they don't have schedules. That's tough. So I should have everything here. Electrical legend. I wonder what you could do with. You can't do anything with project information, but do you have designer? And oh, so you don't have access to designer, and that's okay. I could rewrite this to be globals. I could populate this based on global macros that you just fill out. I haven't put a door in, so we're not going to get a door schedule. This is kind of fun. I wonder, does my search macro work? Let's see. What do I even call that? We can open up Premiere and see what I call that. I call that Rab Search Global. We can use Rab Search Global, Rab Search Global Expanded. So it should be. It's so strange. You've got no text macro management console, but the macros are there and working. That's what's crazy. I need a hotkey for rich text. That's going to drive me nuts. Okay, so Rab Search. Oops. Rab Search Global. Oh, but it doesn't work this way. No, I need something else. Hold on. I'm going to figure this out. So we're going to do my Rab Search Global is what? What does it need? This. Okay. So this is what I need. And let's shrink this down because we got super small scale here. Oh. So this should make it so that we can search measurement class by anything we connect this to. So if we connect this to a wall, no way. Oh, this is great. Sorry, Chief. Don't yell at me. It's not my fault. You guys have the capability in the software. I'm just exploiting it. Look at that. Cool. Wait, so my macros are using formatters. So if you know the keys for my formatters, you can utilize them. How do I get that over here? I need to get back here, terrain view. I know one of these is using it in working terrain plot plan. This guy, line length foot inch, got deleted. No, this is going to be, all right, I got to put this off screen for a second because it's going to be in beta. I got this set up. Or I'm not showing anything. Nothing trivial here. You guys can't punish me for this. I'm not showing anything. I think. I'll put it off the screen. what I'm trying to do is I have a bunch of formatters that utilize something in Chief called the number formatter. And you just need to know how to call it in order to use it. So if we bring this back to Home Designer and put this in a rich text, formatter's default calls it. Okay, so that's the text of how to use it, which it's okay that it's not doing anything right now because there's no visible length in this text. But what this would do, for instance, is, let's give an example of how this could work. Well, we'll just show a line. So here we go. So we got a line, and you got to break a line to add a label to it. Okay. And then you simplify the polyline, and now you can add a label to it because it's a polyline. Oh, you can't. Okay, so that's another limitation here. Well, I wonder if I could copy paste that in. That's interesting. Okay, so we can't show line length. So you can't do any kind of polyline based area analysis. All right, fair enough. Well, let's just, I don't know, give an example. So what would be something that reports in feet? It was no easy has to learn it, but I did. I got it. I only have one girl. Do my cabinets work here? The only girl is like having. Well, let's just take this real quick. I'm going to take this base cabinet, for instance. So I'm going to show in the label, just so we can show that it's working, is that it's going to apply a formatter to width. Look at that. See? So it's applying a foot-inch formatter to the value of width for this cabinet. So you are able to format on the fly. I just need to give a list of those formatters so you can access that. Crazy. I wonder if I can build out a shower. I did update my glass pony wall and my regular glass. This should be a curved pony wall. It doesn't look like it is, though. Oh, it is. It's just not displaying correctly. There you go. And this should be a half wall. All right. So my bath tools should work. So you should be able to build out a shower fast. Bath builder package. We have the bath door, but we don't have the wall. I wonder if I can make one of my other default walls be my bath door wall. Sorry about this music. It's getting kind of crazy. Okay, so I have a toolkit that makes it so that you can draw a shower in just minutes if you know what you're doing. And so here is a shower door that's shut. So you put that against here. It should be a shower door panel that's going to be put against there. It should be there should be a shower panel that goes above a half wall. Oh, that's this one. That is this one. So this one goes away. There's a full height panel. There's the full height panel. Oh, and there's some kind of macro fighting in that case. Let's just see what this looks like and see what you can do with it. All right, so yeah, I am on the trial version. There are no room painters. I know that. So that's because there's no style palettes, and that makes sense, right? And we're going to kick this into a bath, and then so you have to come in and manually do this kind of stuff. Oh, you can't. That's so weird. You can't edit the floor finish? Why? That's so odd. Why not? And you can't have solids. Is there a material floor material region? Oh, it automatically switched to this floor finish. That's so strange. Can we remove moldings? I shouldn't have any baseboard in it. Oh, well, that's because this is actually a shower room. It should be a shower room. Here we go. Oh, whoa. Okay, so that edited the structure. You only get to set the height here. You don't get to put layers in it. Oh, strange. But you could probably set up your default rooms, floors and rooms, room types, and then my shower room structure. All you can do is set the height. Interesting. You can't put layers in that height. That's so strange. Okay. Still, for some reason, had this having moldings in here, and it shouldn't have moldings in here. Oh, use defaults. There it goes. Right. And then hopefully you have a backsplash tool. Okay. But you can't drag this precisely. So how the heck do you drag it if you can't drag it precisely? That's so odd to me. So you're just dragging things arbitrarily unless you're in an elevation, I guess. That's so strange. Whatever. This is a gigantic shower, mind you. I think we have PBR. Here's my corner wall, and this should kick to here, and this wall's not showing up for some reason. There it is, and flip it, and then stretch it. Yep. And so this door can open if we wanted to. And then same thing, we could just stretch this to the end, stretch this over here. There you go. I mean, that's basically my bath builder setup here. That is not ray trace. So why not? Oh, interesting. You don't have ray trace. You only have physically based. Boy, okay. That makes a difference. I mean, the materials don't look that bad in PBR. Not really. Let's kick a window in here. I think I placed a window. Yeah, funny. Does this cut our backsplash? It does. Nice. Let's see if my niche tool should work. That's funny. It placed it, but let's try to cut this and paste it. Hold back. And maybe it auto cuts. It does. Cool. All right. So that works. And these lights don't do anything in this room. Do we have a move sun tool? You do. Cool. I mean, that's not bad. I don't know. Dude, if I was just a designer, this software would be fine for me. Right? That was funny. Oh, did I need to delete something? No. That's funny. This section's funny up here. Cool. Weird what PBR is doing right there. It's got some like halo around all that. Oh, and look at my weird. See, usually we're denoising this. So that's why I have a bunch of movement in here, because when it's denoises, it actually looks correct. I mean, still not bad. Click on a wall on a plan, select no molding. Oh, okay. Is that in? Well, yeah, you can do that, but you should be able to drive it by rooms too. Like these walls by default don't have molding, right? So you open them up and there's no room molding exterior. I just wanted to drive it by the room itself, because when I switch to a shower room, so like if I set this to a shower room, I'm commenting on this, Ed Cox here. I'm switching to a shower room, right? And if I just change that, it should just remove the moldings. Yeah, it does. Cool. What else can we test? I have a lot of missing link stuff. Again, very cool that we've got some macro values that we could drive info from. Not that you need to. It looks like all my macros are firing from my plan template. So that's pretty crazy. This one working is just nuts to me. Flooring determined. Placeholder for, oops. What happened there? I did something funny. It's doing something weird. It's fighting me. Placeholder for new what? New kitchen flooring. Oh, I need to set that up. Gotcha. It's weird if I zoom in and out. It does something weird with it. Huh. Let's just test it with the cabinet again. Wall cabinet. Finish the side. Yep. New wall per details. Okay. Cool. Button. I mean, there's no reason I couldn't do a kitchen plan from this. I know there's some funny things with layout. I wonder if they could, all my layout macros work for labels. Have a good night, Chris. Thanks for stopping in, man. Do soffits auto build outside? Oh, and the roofs? Question. I mean, yeah, that's building according to my settings. Let's just go. Use room ceiling finish is there. Box Steve, square eve, gutter edge flashing. Do we have a structure? We don't have a structure panel. So you can't do like an exposed rafter. Too bad. I mean, you could do an exposed rafter. You would just uncheck room finish and go to, let's see, structure. Where was that? Has ceiling. Use room finish. What does that do? So there's still something there, but we could take like air gap material, insulation air gap, and apply it. Do you get exposed from that if we build all framing? Do I have a build all framing? Yeah, we do. Cool. Yeah, so there's your exposed. Interesting that the framing members are showing up like super dark. Oh, I am in PBR. But yeah, there you go. Kind of funny. I wonder if I could build a second roof and, but you can't set, but you can set structure. I wonder if you could retain framing if you drop this down the thickness of the framing member. So if I drop this down, funny. Okay. Cool. What else we got in the comments here? HD Architect does not. What is this? One thing I do like about Chief is you can learn a lot with trial versions. It makes you start over every time you sit down and mess around and learn something, which I found to be, yep. HD Architect does not build soffits on our roof framing. Okay. Yeah, no, that's true. David, you're not always trying to fix your bad habits. Do a non-hip gable end. Can we do a gable end? Bop, 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 bop. All in my framing is retained. And actually, do we have a layer hider? No. don't have a layer hider. That's annoying. So, and you don't even have object properties here. So you have to go back into display options and find the thing, and you don't even have a search in display options. This is just built to slow you down. It's kind of funny. It's like, haha, suckers, you can't you can't turn this stuff off easily once you turn it on, so you better not turn it on. It's funny. Whatever. I am having too much fun. This is funny to me. What's really funny is I can make this software sing with the right templates brought forward from Chief Architect. I mean, the fact that I could get schedules in here and they don't have schedules and they function, so long as they don't have to edit them. But I mean, my schedules, I don't have to edit my schedules. So there you go. You got schedules. As long as you make boring square homes. Yeah, I don't know. You want to make something kind of wild? We could try it. So I want to, let's just kill this, but I don't want to save. Well, I can't save. I can't save in Home Designer because I'm in the trial version. So let's just Control-Shift-W should close without saving. And then open that recent Home Designer test. And it's always going to warn me, whatever. Oh, I wonder if that's space planning. Does space planning work? Oh, it does. Okay. Sure. Well, that'll be fun in the next version, the 2025 version. Does Home Designer have a beta? Like X16 has a beta? This is what I'm worried about, right? That's kind of what I'm worried about. Are they going to patch it if I start selling it? I'm going to have to put a big fat disclaimer like, I don't know how long this is going to work for before Chief's like, you're making our software too capable. Yeah. Valid points. All right, so let's just throw something together here. So we got an entry, and this is what drives me nuts. You can't do a tab input, so you have to plug it in every time. That's annoying. Well, I mean, so I guess you can just do plus whatever, plus 5 feet. That works, but man, that's annoying. Let's just throw a little porch in here. Yeah, so I'm gonna do this is annoying. Boring homes, huh? Let's just do some boring homes. Can this snap? Yeah, it should snap. Yeah. And actually, let me get rid of my walls. Does my hotkey work for that? Yeah, it does. Cool. All right. Can we do boring homes? Yes, we can. I can't design a home on the fly. I don't know what I'm even doing right now. Let's go another hallway. Sit tight while I design a terrible house on the fly. Oh, I'm not, man, it's been a while since I've used these tools, so I can't remember. Will that cut appropriately? And then can I get this one to cut the other one? And can we get this one to cut that? No, we don't want to cut over the closet. Okay. And let's just do a big gauntlet hallway. Why not? This is dumb design. I don't care. Let's just do a wraparound. I'm gonna do an island laundry with a wraparound hallway. And then I don't know what's here. It's just gonna be it's gonna be an atrium. Does anyone use this feature? I can't comment. Maybe you will someday. maybe you will. I have long known that someday this will be Chief's programmatic version of AI. I have foreseen it for a long time. And don't doubt me. I know it will happen someday. Programmatically, this is a tool that can get you all the way up to producing full homes super fast if you get good at it, and if they ever give us union, subtraction, all that kind of stuff. It's actually good for kind of mapping out remodels. This is the weirdest house, but let's build it. Why not? Okay. Here, David, I'll even put a second floor on it for you. All right. But let's limit what the second floor is real quick. Do we have reference displays? I don't see. Oh, we do. Well, that's cool. Can you set it? Oh, but it's the old school reference display. Okay. Do you have a break command? Do I have a break command, like break wall? Break wall? Yeah, I have break wall. That's cool. Right. What am I going to do? I'm going to do a second story above my garage, I guess. So do we have extend? Yeah. Okay. And then can we do a control deselect? Control marquee deselect. Yes, we can. So that should just put a second story over this. Funny. And here, okay, so here's funny. You can tab in. This should be defaults for my second story. So I should be able to drop this down, but you can't do tab input. That's what's crazy. All right, so let me do this. I'll set my snap grid units to be 12 inches. And now I should be able to drop this down foot by foot. Ding, 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 ding. Yep. I mean, so that works. That's kind of a clever way of doing it, I guess. Yeah, let's make an ugly house. Yeah. I mean, this is cool. This works. Why not? This is what space designer always does, is little breaks in the wall. If you don't have reconnect wall, yeah, whatever. Yeah, not being able to snap this down, but with the jumps, with the snap settings, that's okay. And then concentric jump, yeah, you could do concentric jump too. That's going to pick up the 12-inch jump. David, you telling me you can use this? I could use this. It's not perfect, but let's see if I could get my... Oh, I didn't save my label when I closed down. Why is this not working? Okay. I didn't save my rich text label. Dang it. I'm gonna have to do this again. Room dot name, and then ceiling height grab. Let's just throw this to 4 bold, and this is gonna go 3 unbold. Control all centered up. Control all centered up. Now I need to save this to my library. Yeah, so this is my conditionally formatted Name it. Grab ceiling label, and we're gonna mark that. Where's my ceiling label? Right here. So I should be able to click in here and have conditional formatting. Yep. Let's turn the reference display off. Yeah, dude, this is cool, man. These should be closets. Yep, that'll format. Cool. So funny. Can I get to the last tool? No, can't get to the last tool. Really? That's an interesting one to pull from you. Yeah, tab sizing would definitely drive me nuts over time. I mean, that's wild, right? But I mean, it has everything else. Like it has multiple copy. Oh no, it doesn't. Oh, nope. It doesn't have multiple copy. You'd really have to get used to the transform replicate. So yeah, this is funny. So let's just go at 48. Why not? Oh, wait, that didn't work. Did it? Let's try it again. Copy 4. Oh, here, 48. Oh, what I wanted to go positive. Yeah, I'd have to get used to this. I haven't used this in a while. And a lot of tabbing. Speaking of tabs, right? And then, yeah, that'd be annoying. I mean, at least you have center. You don't have center between, which is annoying. I'd just be doing it in 3D though, whatever. And as long as I had hotkey to get to this, general plan defaults. I don't even know what the hotkey is for this. The problem with the software is you can't just go in and program hotkeys. You have to pull the coding from Premiere. So you have to know what the code is for general plan defaults in order to get to this really quickly. Because I would just keep popping into that and set my tab stop to set my snap unit, right? Or just do things in order. So you're doing like I want to resize a bunch of windows. I should set my tabs to be 3 inches, right? So that we're just resizing 3 inches. I don't know what the slowdown is here. There we go. There's a 3-inch increment. I mean, so that's still fast. You know, it's not as fast, but concentric should be able to jump to, yeah. So this is the bathroom. So I want a 2418. So I should be able to just get to that. And then this other one pretty easily. That's not bad. Right. You could do that. Sure. I mean, how long did it take to build this house? It's a terrible house, but like you'd still get this done pretty dang quickly, I'd say. I know that we don't have sprayers, and it seems that the object eyedropper you have no object eyedropper settings, so you have to just do whatever's in the object eyedropper. So you have to store a bunch of things that you've used before, or just go to the library constantly. Or it's incredible, I think, that they do the custom place library object, so you can build out a full toolbar of things that you use all the time to be able to build like kitchens fast and stuff. Yeah, that tab input thing is crazy though. Wonder if there's a workaround for that. Just a bunch of reference things. And we have the concentric jump, and we have the grid snaps. Either that, or you're just going to always be working with dimensions on, ready to go. Speaking of which, yeah, my dimension defaults all came through. I mean, that's cool. Yeah, exactly. I think that's what people watching this video are going to be like, wait, really? Like, you can do that? Like, yeah, jump on into the Premiere line. If anything, Chief should be happy that I'm showing people in HD Pro that you could do a lot more in the Premiere line, believe it or not. If you didn't think you could, you could. Like, just the fact that we could pick up, all these macros. Also, I can't get to my object information macro. What is that? That's going to be object properties long, object properties short. Let's see if we could get object properties short in here. Well, I think you could also just do, I'll do another little test here in a second, but that should fire. Yeah, it does. That works. But you could also do owner or referenced and then names, right? Right. That'll get you all the names of the macros available for something. But this guy, same thing. You should just be able to draw this out to a railing and pick up the railing info. Yeah. So all my search properties, macro properties, macros work. I showed that my number formatters macro worked. That's cool. Yeah, I bet. Well, anyone, let me clear my face here. Anyone watching this and you want to know some really cool stuff you could do in Home Designer Pro, I could probably show you. So you can message me. That's fine. Well, like David said, we know the full capabilities of the software. So we know all these tricks to work stuff around. Oh, I don't think we have solid. Oh, man. That's rough. Yeah, because we don't have polylines. Not truly, anyways. Oh, okay, rectangular polyline. Okay. But it doesn't report half the stuff we could report. I wonder if well, look, you could show length and angle. That's cool. I wonder if you could put is there any place we could put a macro into input here? If we said there's a solid or a hatch pattern, is any of this something I could input a macro in? Like, I wonder if I could get a macro to fire off in this just by putting it in the transparency level somehow or something. Be funny. No, there's no text input anywhere here. It's all dimension input. Okay. Yeah. Can't even do holes. Oh, can we do a hole in a roof? I guess it'd be helpful if we turned on roofs. That's the big thing, is not having layer sets is crazy. So if you did need roofs, but like I said, this is like great for like just a kitchen design. Why not? But ooh, excuse me. Let's turn on roofs. Well, do they have a convert polyline? I'm really bummed I can't get to the last tool. Yeah, I can. Can I? No. You can't get to the last tool used. That's so strange. That's a tough one. They purposely try to slow you down in this, which is whatever. Okay. You could do terrain features. Interesting. And a custom countertop. But no, you can't do, so you can't do a skylight. What's in the build menu? So you have wall hatching, but you don't have a wall material region, but you have backsplash. Interesting. And oops, I'll build. You have all the doors. Insert floors, build foundations. Curious about foundation. Oh, there's a skylight tool. So that still works. And you have a dedicated roof hole tool. Okay. Yeah. Wait, you should do training modules a person could finish in cheap in say a day so they could learn for a few months on the trial version before spending money going monthly. Try to make a hole in the floor. I mean, they have to have a tool for it. Well, you could still do open below, so you could just define it, right? I think. Let's go up a level. And I mean, so you could just do room divider. Right. I mean, that's cheating, but yeah, it's cheating, but whatever. You got it to work. Whoa, that was a weird glitch. You see that? Oh, no, it's not a glitch. Why is my terrain coming through? It's odd. My terrain hole's off. How do you edit that? I'm sure they add features slowly, right? Well, one of the biggest things, so like a huge part of funding for Chief comes from the home designer line, right? They've got a huge number of seats in the home designer line, so they always have to add features to it every next version. And so when you make feature requests for the premier line, you're always like, if you really want those feature requests to come through, consider that they at some point have to either be beneficial to the lower lines or make a division between the upper line and the lower line. Some way, shape, or form, it has to structurally make sense from one platform to the next, so that it either benefits or divides the two platforms. What else we got in here? I mean, they have the slab tool. Wait a minute. Well, I never used the slab tool. Can we draw this in 3D? What can you do with the slab tool? Anything? I actually don't know capabilities of this. Well, you could shape it. I mean, that's kind of cool, right? Let's see. So that didn't kick in my stops, but all right, let's just specify this. I mean, this is essentially faking some stuff. You can't do like a revolve or anything, but you could do some straight stuff going on with this. Yeah, I imagine I could teach some pretty funny tricks. I don't really want to buy the software, so they're gonna have to deal with the fact that it's this trial version right over the top of it. Which I guess is fine. So, I mean, the most powerful tool in the software forever is the cabinet tool, but I know they stripped down some function on this bad boy. Because you don't have front sides back, you only have front, which not the end of the world. I wonder if I could get a fireplace in here, one of my custom fireplaces. That'd be crazy. Well, so you can still specify shelves, manual shelves, and you can still do a millwork shelf. And you can put an appliance in. And you can add a door back insert. And you could do a custom countertop. This is still a very powerful tool. I could do a lot with this. Wait a minute. I wonder if my... Dude, did my fireplace work? You get architectural blocks. That's my fireplace tool. I mean, this is... Chief, don't get mad at me. I hope you don't see this. I don't want you to see this video yet. Let me make some money first. I'm broke. You guys are taking too long on X16. I gotta make some money. Let me sell some home designer stuff. Yeah, I gotta... All the trial version labels are out. Not much different than 2020, you think? Okay. Oops, I keep shutting that down. I'll leave that on there. That's a good comment. I think I still get to edit this fireplace and have it work just fine. Look at that. I could even... Can you tab into the sink? Yeah, you can. I could even get you to have some custom inserts in the top here. Here's my taper offset, but we can just kick this part up. You can show the footing on this bad boy. Got some Z fighting going on here. You can offset the taper, hopefully. Yep. Bam. Fireplace. Okay. What else? So funny that we don't have an Aldo. Man, I miss it. I don't know why. I barely am in it, but the project browser definitely missed that. No designer client info is kind of crazy. Object mode. So in object mode, what are you spraying? You're not spraying anything because you don't have anything loaded and you got no settings for it. There must be a settings thing for it somehow. I don't like the tool palette. I'll get rid of that. They gave you the loan calculator. I mean, that'd be a big endeavor, but enough people buy it, you know, maybe they would if I sold it for cheap enough. I mean, well, so the big one is the schedules to me. I think that immediately makes this extremely valuable. Is if you don't have schedules and suddenly you have the functions of schedules, which is here. I mean, that's rad. Oh, one of these is not firing. Oh, that's actually not the correct macro in there. That's using Michael's macro. Should not be in there. I have my own version of that macro. I had to rewrite it. It took me forever because he wrote his so well. It was extremely difficult to not plagiarize, but I did it eventually after hours and hours. Let's drop a bunch of electrical items in here. Why not? And does the legend populate? It should. Yeah, I mean, that's awesome. How do you beat that? And I bet you no one would have thought of doing this. No, because we have no CAD detail. Well, okay, hold on. How would I get my details to work? Good question. I could drop it in another cross section. and then a million other cross sections. I wonder what that does to a file. I've never done that before. Just keep dropping in a bunch of cross sections that have all my CAD details in them. That'd be crazy. They should work. Yeah, they should work. There's no reason why that wouldn't work. Makes it huge, makes the file size huge. I don't think anyone would want the details. Well, I know one that they would want, which I could just throw into the elevation camera, which I would throw into the elevation camera. Actually, you don't even need to. I'll show you what I'm even thinking about here. Let's just grab, can I do a contain selection? Yes, I can. Cool. I should have this marker. Does that work? Let's try this. Let's see if I can get AFF. No. Finish for marker fractions. One of these maybe works here. It does work here. I mean, that's cool. Okay. Yeah, my details would work in here. I don't want to do all that. That's a lot of work. That seems like a lot of work. I'd pick a couple of them maybe. I'd more think that I'd build a template for kitchen designers only. Otherwise, come up to the Premiere line. You want to do full construction documents. I have to figure out a way to get all my kitchen tools to work the way that I'd want them to. Because they're not going to function the same way because we don't have style palettes. This is crazy that this thing... I don't understand how this is working. Because... Oh, it's just picking up room name. Because it's got a linked view page name. So like if I sent this to a layout, this would be crazy if this works somehow. There's no way this works. Oh, and I have this macro driven thing. And so how could you make that work? I don't know. I don't know how you can make that work. Room name each, that's not going to work. So, because that'd be crazy if that executed. But there's no macro management in this. But if I brought my layout forward, there would be. Well, how do you edit the page info? That's gone. It's not in here. So it must not be capable of having it. That's crazy. You could drag and drop your toolbars from the Premiere line and it will just remove things that doesn't work and leave everything else. That's cool. Glad I didn't just like throw a corruption error or something. I mean, it makes sense. They got to be developing for both softwares. That would be a lot of extra work for them. I can make this a global room name. That would be crazy. I'd have to think about that. Maybe if I could bring my layout forward and it has room name label in there and you drive it from something other than what I'm currently driving it from. Yeah, that could work. All right, I can figure out how to get that to work. That'd be cool. So that's automatic labeling then. Cool. What were we bringing this in for? Do we get box scale and stuff in here? Automatic labels, specify label. Okay, so we can do box scale. Right? Yeah, you can. And what is this? View name or something? View dot name or something? I actually don't know. Page 1. How does it know that this is page 1? clearly, clearly, there's some info here. We got to bring that object properties macro in here. That drive me nuts not being able to select the last tool. Well, this isn't going to give me any info on the actual page, though. Oh, and I'm spelling it wrong, of course. Can I just copy paste? I wonder if you can copy paste. Nope, cannot. Okay. And just let me, how about Alt-PP? All right, that worked. Except for that's not firing anything because because this isn't my, because this isn't my layout. So it's not going to have this. So it might have object properties. No, it doesn't. Because why would they put that in there? Yeah, I'd have to bring in my template to do anything in here. And well, so you still get to add. Yeah, so you can still do a template setup. Oh, and there's multiple sheets here. I thought for some reason that this line didn't have multiple sheets. Oh, what, you get up to 5 and then they cap it? I could do a lot with 5 sheets. Yeah, I'm going to do a kitchen template. 5-sheet kitchen template. Bam, done. And automatically auto-populate all the sheets, 4 elevations per sheet, your plan view, your overview, your G1 page. Sweet. Night, Keith. Keith Campbell. I know that name. It's all midnight. Catch the rest tomorrow. Cool. I'm probably going to stop too. This is just me geeking out, man. This has just been funny. I don't need to burn this kind of hours on it. I'm going to start making stuff for this. Why not? I mean, a lot of my library stuff came in, I think. Yeah, a lot of my library stuff came in. Oh, here's my object from the background. Lattice generator. There's no way that works. Well, it's an architectural block, but it's also a distribution region. That's weird. It sees it, but you can't unblock it. You can't unblock it because of the distribution region, and they don't have distribution regions. Funny. Okay. Oh, because you can't convert things to symbols, can you? Symbol? No, you cannot. Man, I should just make symbols for people in this software. That would be a happy little thing. Here's my skylight. Does this pop in? My custom skylight? No. Oh, yeah, it kind of does. I need to edit this, though. From roof flush mounted. Oh, it's not picking up my offsets, though. Is it? No. Weird. It's messed up with the bounding box. Funny. Okay. I mean, the fact that you get my refrigerator, integrated refrigerator and oven stuff in here, that's huge. Where's my kitchen? I don't know. Can we do, what rendering tools do we have? Oh, we have hide walls. That's cool. And we have section cuts. Is this bad? Yep. Do we have? Oh, they probably don't have depth of field. So why is that tool? That tool's there though. Oh, but it's just a center focus. So if you turn PBR on, and then, oh, that's very odd. This should not be showing reflection there. That's very odd. Huh. Or I don't know what that reflection is coming from. Do we have? We don't have an edit the active view. And so there's no default sets. So there's no way to turn on depth of field. So it's funny that they have a center focus on. But I mean, I guess that tool's still useful sometimes. Move sign tool, angle, blah, blah, blah. Floor defaults. Surface delete. Why would you want to delete surfaces if you can't convert it? That's funny. That's true. Super true. Not every locality needs super fancy build documents. So true. Arkansas. No, Montana. Bam. You don't even need documents. Project source file? What's a project source file? Tell me more. For this? For what I'm doing right now? I can't save. I'm using a trial version. Oh, can you export? Good question. Yeah, you can export Collada. Why would they take away 3ds but leave you with Collada? I guess they know Collada's worse. I mean, just know that if you're exporting with Collada, it's going to group any object together based on material. So you have to paint different materials per room if you wanted it to not be grouped. Yeah. Yeah. Do my window cabinets work? What are my window cabinets? What are my window cabinets, Mark? I'm drawing a blank, man. Car garage door, one double, one single schedule only shows one. Questions about door and window schedules. Why a 3-car garage door, one double, one single schedule only shows one garage door? Are you using 3 separate garage doors? Then you've grouped them together, is what I would say. There are no schedules in Home Designer, so you're in Chief Architect Premiere. So this is specifically what we're talking about here. Is if I go to a working plan view, and let's just make this a lot wider, for instance, 40 feet, and let's just kick this garage door in here, and then we're going to make 2 copies of this bad boy, throw that like that, and then let's go take a look at our door schedules, which I believe I have my stuff in my window schedule. Nope, must be in my door schedule. Unless I don't have garage doors in my door schedule. That could be something stupid. Oh, I don't seem to be. Okay, whatever. Let's open it up. Should have garage doors in here. Weird. Garage doors set in there. Strange. Well, that's a good question. I don't know. Hold on. I'll get it there. For some reason, these aren't reporting to schedule. That's a good thing to fix. Auto schedule category, garage door. All right, let's just make sure it's selected as a door and get back to my door schedule. Oh, there it is. Anyways, are you showing quantity 3 because that could be a thing. Otherwise, make sure you open up your garage, and then in the general panel here towards the bottom, group similar objects. If that's checked and all the parameters that you have in columns and to include are like parameters for your 3 doors, then group similar objects is going to group those doors. Let's just show you what happens when I add a 3D exterior elevation. Let's add that again. Right, so we're just showing one door. Now if I open this up again and uncheck group similar objects, now it's going to show 3 doors. In case that helps you out. Yeah, David, I'm not happy about that because I just paid for it like 3 months prior to them going free. So kind of annoyed by that. Also, does that just mean they don't have money for any development and we're never going to see an update on it? Because it's still the glitchiest software I own. It also is still the best exterior software. Well, my favorite anyways. All right, I'm going to call this in probably about 5 minutes or so. This was a little bit long for just a goofing around session, but honestly, I'm pretty surprised by this. Like, this is pretty good. Yeah, I just paid for mine. And thankfully, I had a discount because I was on early Twinmotion beta. So it wasn't that much. I think I paid 200 bucks or something, but still, I was like, come on, you know? I just hope that they still develop for it. I hope that they're just developing, because it's getting developed for Unreal. I don't know. I don't know what the roadmap is for that, or if they're just what's going on. So, your message ignored. You're gonna have a hard time getting me to give free work product away. That just I give away a lot of free stuff, but I will not give away my plan template stuff. And also, if it's an actual project file, there's inherent liability issues there that I just probably wouldn't do. So, sorry, man. But also, I'll bring up to this same fella here, by the way. I do have free stuff on my website. There is still a large existence of free stuff on my website, rabbitdesign.net, in case you didn't know. And then if you just hit the little hamburger menu right here, there is a bunch of stuff in industry tools to check out, which is really great. And then I have free catalog symbols. And so you can go through here and download this stuff and add it to your catalogs. I will say that I haven't updated this in a while, but I do plan on updating this pretty soon because it does drive content. And then in industry tools, there's some really good ones here, such as, oh, that's interesting. I enabled ads recently. I don't like this at all. I'm going to get rid of these. But anyways, you get an image asset search here, and that works really well. And model search and stuff like that. So leather, for instance, you should get a bunch of seamless leather textures. Or if you go back and kick back into industry tools and do like a model search, this is specific to models that are downloadable content, model free, stuff. So easy to find exactly what you want straight from my site. So I got a bunch of free stuff on my site, but I will not give away plan template files, project files. Also, that's a really difficult thing to ask, man. You end up messing around with it's a client's project, unless you're just got a goofy project like this that doesn't matter. All right, sweet. I'm gonna shut it down. Thank you guys for coming in here and doing fun stuff. Let's see. Big question is, will Adobe put that AI team on Revit? Look, I don't get why I care about AI for this type of industry. And here's why. You're going to get me started on something here. And by the way, Mark, thank you. Like and subscribe, please. Like and subscribe. Here's what I don't get on the AI stuff. Space planning tools specifically. We can do everything that you would do in AI programmatically, faster, more accurately. It just needs to be in the program though. So for instance, when we're talking about models and a mesh in general, we got a mesh and it's a UV mapped entity, right? So you've got vectors, it's creating a mesh. We've got some kind of smoothing algorithm that's happening here. And then it's UV mapped according to a two-dimensional map that's telling the mesh how that two-dimensional thing is wrapped around that mesh, right? So if that's the case, we have a UV map identifier, meaning that this wall knows that it's got a specific map associated with it. If that's the case, then we have a listing of all materials, which we know. We know that we have materials associated with every surface in this program, right? So if that's the case, then all we need to do is programmatically say, hey, we want to change the style of this house to some kind of modern style. Well, here we have assets that can be user based or the programmer's based, saying that hey, a modern style means that we can key into any randomized subset of materials and apply it to the surfaces here. Bam, you've got suddenly modern finishes. Also, all we would then need to do is expand the style palette tool to just take on exterior moldings, roof builds, etc. And yes, it would be cool if we could do like some kind of programmatic understanding of maybe we want to pitch a roof a different way when we associate it with a different style. Do a butterfly roof instead of a hip or gable, right? That would be cool as well. But all that stuff could be programmatic language. It doesn't need to be AI. We don't need to examine a bunch of things just to we know what these things are. We know how to build these things. Like we know what a modern house, colonial house, all that, French provincial, we know what that looks like. All you have to do is key in and program a replacement algorithm. That's it. So I don't know. I don't agree that Chief would be screwed. I think it's the exact opposite. I think Chief could do this programmatically and give the user ultimate control with space planning tools to say, hey, I got a space plan out here and now convert this to, French provincial house. Bam. Like, how do you beat that? I don't know. I think AI is and I'm someone that uses AI all the time. I use it every day. Every day I'm writing new scripts. Every day I'm using it to do all kinds of stuff. So, and it's like, it's not prime time yet. It doesn't get half the stuff I'm trying to get it to do. And I got easily a couple thousand hours. I spoke at a convention about AI and architecture. I got invited to speak at something else. I'm big on the AI, but it's not there. It doesn't have a memory, not really, even though ChatGPT just said it had a memory. All they did there was add on the ability to say, hey, commit this to your subset of instructions. That's not a freaking memory. You need to memorize every conversation I've had and draw from that contextually and then figure out what I'm trying to tell you next. The fact that I have to teach it like it's a child every step of the way is crazy. And then go remind it what our end goal is every other like back and forth exchange with it. So yeah, you're going to use AI in Revit. What's it going to do? It's going to replace some little tiny insignificant thing that a top tier technician could do just as fast. I don't know. Maybe in 10 years is what I think. So that's my take on it. The other thing about AI to me, you got me on a rant, man. The other thing on AI to me is that you you're basing it on large data, and I said this in my couple of my presentations. You're basing all your information on large data. Large data inherently will not infer a lot of liability, right? You're going to protect your company. You're not going to put anything out there that isn't bulletproof, right? Go try to build a deck over a living space. You're going to find any product that says it works with any other product to 100% on building a deck over living space. Absolutely not. You will not find it. Like every product will absolve itself of that issue, right? So if you're basing all of your data on a bunch of data companies that literally will not give you information based on inherent risk, that means that your data is faulty. So AI will never be as educated as a technician. And the analogy I always give is, you ask AI to go, what's it going to take to go change out an outlet? It's going to tell you it's a 24-hour process. You got to go contact a contractor. You could electrocute yourself. You got to make sure you're turning the power off if it's tied to another panel, blah, blah, blah. It won't even be able to instruct you properly. I'm going to change the outlet live in 2 minutes and not shock myself and do just fine. So yeah, rant over. I'm done ranting. Anyways, thank you guys for engaging with me. This is fun. I always like doing this. I should do it more. And yeah, we'll have to have an AI show one of these days. I will show you at some point what I've been doing with AI, because I have a lot of cool tricks with AI. I get one AI to reference another. I get an AI to reference another conversation. I get it to do all this kind of cross stuff, to get it to do things that I need it to do, and it works really well. And that is born of frustration. So I've got some methods that work well that I'll go over someday. But this is fun diving into home designer. I definitely think I might have a product that would be very cool for someone using home designer. I don't know that they'll ever buy it. Like, if you're only buying a $500 software, are you going to pay another $300 for a template that'll make your job easier? Or are you going to go pay another $1,500 and get the big boy? Um, yeah, it's a good question. We'll see. All right, everybody. Always a pleasure. Thank you.